sky is just kicking up like it could fly. Pedal to the metal, making engines scream. Life in the rear view is nothing but failed dreams. Steel beasts come roaring side by side. Thunder rolling through our hearts as beats collide. Tire smoke and engine sounds fill the air. The need for speed has consumed my stare. Racing for the win, chasing those trains. Adrenaline pumping through my veins. Chasing glory past these finish lines. Fist pumping, tire burning, donuts slaying in the night. Wheels spinning in eternal fight to win. Pedal to the metal and we are all in. Racing demons leaving scars. Chasing down elusive stars. Buzzing knuckles become more stained dreams. Victory always comes at a price, it seems. Crowd roars echo through the night. Crossing that finish line is always a fight. Time stands still until victory has come. To the night lights as roaring engines come undone. Grit and dust keep us at the edge tonight. Looking for that checkered flag to fly. Racing for the win, chasing those trains. Adrenaline pumping through my veins. Chasing glory past these finish lines. Fist pumping, tire burning, donuts slaying in the night. Wheels spinning in eternal fight to win. Pedal to the metal and we are all in. Racing demons leaving scars. Chasing down elusive stars. Racing for the win, chasing those trains. Adrenaline pumping through my veins. Chasing glory past these finish lines. Fist pumping, tire burning, donuts slaying in the night. We'll spin in an eternal fight to win. Pedal to the metal and we are all in. Racing demons leaving scars. Chasing down elusive stars. Racing for the win, chasing those trains. Adrenaline pumping through my veins. Chasing glory past these finish lines. Fist pumping, tire burning, donuts slaying in the night.
Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's coverage of the YesterYear Racing League. This evening we're excited to bring you coverage of all the action from iRacing's virtual North Wilkesboro Speedway in the state of North Carolina for tonight's coverage of the YesterYear Racing League. This evening it's the Blue Ridge 100. Cody Entertainment is here to bring you action from all types of racing, including the weekly Fast Friday series. No matter what you're racing, we can bring the action to life. My name's Justin Prince, alongside the booth for tonight, Brandon Laster for the Arkham and Art series, DJ Lyon working the controls as our producer for this evening's coverage. For those who don't know, the YesterYear Racing League is a unique one to this platform as it seeks to emulate historical races of the 1990 Wheel and Modified series or the 1990 Smart Tour. These races will be identical to the real-world races that occurred, and bring you these bits of history throughout tonight's coverage. Tonight, we're emulating the 1990 version of the Blue Ridge 100. Braden, it's our second stop to North Wilkesboro this season, and it means another step back in time. What do you say about North Wilkesboro?
That going back in time, definitely the picture of one this entire season, but more unique to this track than most is iRacing. The scan is based off of the 1987 model of North Wilkesboro, so it's almost like the race on the surface back how it was, you know, even before the scheduled race, I guess, and that's when it took place. So pretty even track, 13 degrees of banking both sides, up in 1947 in North Wilkesboro County there, and 5/8 of a mile, but it's a very aggressive track as far as power goes, as far as being a good driver goes. So it's definitely a driver's track. You can be very quick in the short run, but lose all the grip in the long run easily.
Tonight also going to see some changes in the standings because after the Race of Champions last week, Thomas Ogle fell to third. Not only that tonight, Braden, there's a big news story coming in from the headlines. He will miss tonight's race. There's no race drop rule in YesterYear, and with the Lapford system, this means your championship favorite all year not going to be a championship favorite for the rest of the year.
Yeah, Thomas Ogle came out in the season with a bang, winning the first two races, and basically has been either first or second in the points going back to race number one. So this will be this is the first time he's not been in the top two spots, and then missing tonight would definitely end his championship hopes and minus something crazy happening. Only 3 races left after the night. Got Stafford coming up next week. Then we take a little hiatus, and then we'll round out with Thompson and Martinsville to crown a champion. Let me tell you, this points battle right now between Brian Bianchi and, of all people, Lloyd Moore, who's been this most consistent driver week in and week out, I'd say definitely heating up.
Let's take a look at what Hubble predicts for tonight. Bruce Pearson, interesting enough, predicted to be up at the front. Apparently, Hubble also liking a lot of the Bootleg Racing League drivers who race a lot here. 6 of those drivers in the top 10 predictions here tonight. But we can tell you this, the drivers have already started to roll. It's time to get ready for your starting lineup here tonight for a 100-lap sprint after last week's 300-miler from Pocono. Tonight for North Wilkesboro, 19 drivers making the starts. Ryan Pittman starts alongside the defending race winner at this track, Rex Hoyle. Brian Bianchi starts alongside Donnie Moore in row 2. Kenneth Allen and Lloyd Moore start row 3. Dustin Martinson, a newer comer for this series, in 7th. Bruce Pearson in 8th. Todd Liston, Brian Johnson, your top 10. The rest of drivers, good Torch Childs, Stephen Hilbert, along with Jeffrey Leiden on the next page. Thomas Hilbert with Rory Collins and Lowell Jewell. Brian Neff makes an hour start tonight. Alan Wanamaker the last set of time, and John Hastings did not set one, Braden. Your thoughts on tonight?
The entire field, it took a time all within a half a second. Very tight track, very competitive track, and Ryan Pittman there on the pole. Definitely going to lead the field to green and try and hang on here. Rex Hoyle to his outside, sorry to interrupt you. Rex Hoyle to his outside winner last time here back in race number 4 of the season, so it'll be a fierce one to beat tonight for Ryan Pittman.
Pittman's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on today, but the green flag's already waving. We're underway for North Wilkesboro. And a clean start for Pittman. He's already running away. Hoyle already feeling the pressure, though. Brian Bianchi and Moore trying to find their way around the 50. Side by side, instead Ford's more so for 3rd.
Still see him there side by side off the final corner. That's Donnie Moore there in 4th, and Brian Bianchi there in 3rd. Your points leader. Try and get up to the front. Get up front quick.
Bianchi, of course, winning the Race of Champions last time out for this series in the marathon. That was Pocono. Expecting big things from the rest of the way with him being the points leader up in front. You also have him, of course, punching his ticket to that IROC series. That was touched upon for next year with the Race of Champions. Lots of drivers trying to find their way on the bottom of the racetrack, though. That includes this one. Once again, trying to make some charges. That's the 81, Kenneth Allen.
That Kenneth Allen sitting here was side by side with Lloyd Moore. Lloyd Moore about bobbled to hit the wall. Come off of turn 2 the last time by. Definitely struggling with rear grip early on. Trying to chase down Brian Bianchi and not allow him to extend that points lead. Bianchi there sits in that 3rd spot, but Kenneth Allen and Donnie Moore separates Lloyd Moore and Bianchi right now.
And one of the main questions raised for the Blue Ridge 100 tonight, how would drivers handle what amounts to the short sprint after what was a marathon last time? More than 20 entries last time out. It's a little bit smaller, but expecting this race to go fast. In real life, this race, it lasted an hour.
They're going to be one of the quicker races of the season. Last time out here was 150 laps, so we're shortening this race by 33%. So it's going to go by pretty quickly, and Ryan Pittman, I'm sure, wishes it could end so soon, as Rex Hoyle is right there in the rearview mirror of Pittman.
Historically, like I just said, expecting this race to go fast. In fact, in some accounts, it went under the 1 hour mark, 43 minutes to be precise. Bronze qualifier was Billy Middleton at the time. Jay Hedgecock to win as part of a triple header. Short track racing at North Wilkesboro at the time. Ralph Brinkley and Philip Smith amongst your top three at the time. Back to Alan Wanamaker. He currently just trying to ride along in 18th. He's losing the pack.
Yeah, definitely the biggest gap between him and the next car in front. He's got John Hastings right behind him, though, not allowing him to make a mistake. So this track, very difficult, very tricky to learn. You got to put a lot more practice time in it, more than most tracks, I'd say. The entries are fairly easy, but just getting them or maximizing their exit, I think, is the hard part there. You see a lot of guys where they're really, really loose and they can't get the power down versus other guys that are smoother on the throttle. And it's the hard track to learn.
Pittman, Hoyle, Bianchi, your top three, in fact, so far. Rex Hoyle providing pressure. Pittman starting to get a little bit loose up front.
The Hoyle currently fastest lap of the race at 17.733, so actually quicker than he qualified with and would have been on pole with that time. So right there waiting for Pittman to make a mistake. Pittman running a little bit higher up on the track. I actually think it's more Rex Hoyle a little bit lower than everyone else right now, trying to find some grip and try and make up some ground.
Yeah, passing's not easy here. We've already seen with this, it's very much so a chess match to be able to make these moves. How do you set this up now? Because we're already seeing grip seems to be desired for both of these drivers and for many of these drivers in the pack.
And looking through the field, Bruce Pierce, we talked about, was the favorite for the Hubble AI. The reason for that is because he has 68 career starts here on the iRacing platform at North Wilkesboro. In those 68 starts, he has 41 top 10 finishes, and even that is a much, much lower DNF rate. So Bruce Pearson, finisher at most tracks, especially here at North Wilkesboro. A caution is out. It's not for Bruce Pearson, though.
And it's for Stephen Hilbert in the wall with Alan Wanamaker. Also slowing down, and it's Dustin Martinson with a broken axle. Thomas Hilbert also escaping the scene. We're under caution for the first time. Broken axles for Thomas and Stephen Hilbert, Dustin Martinson, and Alan Wanamaker. 4 meatballs in 1 caution.
Yeah, there's going to be a huge wreck here. It's going to start off of turn 2. It's going to start with Stephen Hilbert, the 52 machine. Wanamaker just slides into it, unfortunately. And it's going to happen actually in the middle, about the battle for 10th. Stephen Hilbert goes down the track after contact from Brian Johnson and comes up the track and plays ping pong and knocks out the back half of the field, right on board there with Alan Wanamaker. Just know where he could have gone.
Yeah, that immediately snaps the axle. The tire already gone for the car. You can already tell just where some of these axle hits coming into play. 52 hard in the arm coat, up the track.
Up the track, here comes Thomas Hilbert, there goes Dustin Martinson, and then here comes Alan Wanamaker, one after another. It was almost poetry, because he comes up the track, and then after Thomas Hilbert hits Stephen Hilbert down the track, that's when Dustin Martinson hits him, and then he hits Hilbert back up the track, and Alan Wanamaker's line. So it's kind of a big game of ping pong.
That was during the side-by-side we took a peek of, bounced off the side of Neff.
First hit, second hit, third hit. So heavy hits there for everybody involved. I mentioned there's 4 meatball flags. All 4 drivers currently on pit lane getting some damage fixed, and some of those drivers will not be able to make it back out on track. You see one driver right there, that's Dustin Martinson, missing the entire right front suspension.
Correct myself, it was off of Johnson. They shared the same yellow look, but I will say this here now. We'll have to keep an eye on how these starts and restarts play out. Prime opportunity to move forward here. When referring to the last time this series came here, take a look at some of the metrics back then for the Zach Brewer Classic. Hoyle picked up the win with 66 laps led, 55 for Ogle, 29 for Copeland. If you were up front after pit strategy, you likely were able to hold on. It was hard to make a pass. In fact, Rex Hoyle made 2 passes the entire night in his last race win here.
That last race in general, currently biggest mover. There's not many of them, but Lil Jewel up 7 spots currently from 16th to 9th. But looking at the drivers that started single digits inside the top 10, well, they're all still inside the top 10, minus Dustin Martin after that wreck. But I mean, looking at their top 6 drivers are the exact same way they started. So not a whole lot of movement in that top 6 right now.
Bill taking a lot advantage of attrition, but also making good passes. The high for total passes was Gavin Adams last time here with 8. So, see if that follows the trend from last time, or if we see a flurry of battling here with 80 laps to go. Pittman in control. Hoyle, Bianchi, Moore, Allen, still your top 5 as they started. Again, happy woods here at McConey Entertainment. We're back underway for North Wilkesboro. Clean launch. Everyone sticks to the bottom. First battle, it looks like. Kenneth Allen, Lloyd Moore.
See some of those guys trying to make some moves. Lloyd Moore on the bottom, Kenneth Allen up high. This is a continuation of the battle previously. Make contact, Allen up the track, able to keep it going straight. Gets another shot at. Here comes Bruce Pearson on the bottom of the 22.
So there's some of the battling at the edge of the top 5 we were expecting soon. And it's pretty clear, you lose the bottom, there's a chance you lose the spots. Allen still showing the defensive prowess of the top. He gets bumped up the top track.
Now Allen basically just threw an anchor out his passenger window, dragging him back. He's down 2 spots now and trying to reduce the bleeding. If Pearson can get by him, he's got Todd Liston right there in the 87, eager to make a move, and he's going to do so going into turn 1.
Still no hole, and a big time break time. Liston had a lot of use of brake there, gives space to Allen. Now Lil Jewel, as Munsel's trying that top line. Allen still hasn't gotten the tires back to temperature, seems to have cooked them a little bit.
Yeah, Ryan Pittman continues to lead. Rex Hoyle behind him, but the battle is all behind those 2. Donnie Moore is now on the back bumper of Brian Bianchi. Their championship points leader there in 3rd and 4th. They're slugging doors right now.
Yeah, but now it's the matter of will they slug pass opportunities, not just peeks at the door. Donnie Moore looking on board from him, trying to back up his corners, get good corner exits.
And Donnie Moore started 4th, fell back a little bit, and then he's got Lloyd Moore and Donnie Moore right there behind Brian Bianchi. So Lloyd Moore trying to get around Donnie, trying to get to Bianchi. And this battle, these 3 are kind of sitting here shuffling around a little bit, trying to see who wants to go out here and maybe run down Rex Hoyle, but so far, no one's been able to. Before the caution, Rex Hoyle and Ryan Pittman were able to get at about 8 tenths. Yeah, that's a Ford. 8 tenths of a second lead over 3rd place.
Right now, just settling on in the top 2, pulling away a little bit. Of note, Stephen Hilbert officially out of the race. Also, Wanamaker still 14 laps down. Dustin Martinson's 12 down. Thomas Hilbert repaired his car. He had the least amount of damage. He's 11 down. Looking right now, Jeffrey Leiden's car. He's running 11th. A bit more separation this run between the groups.
Definitely doesn't just have the speed that most of the field has. Currently, everyone in the high 17 range, Jeffrey Leiden in the low 18. So just doesn't quite have that he needs in the Piggly Wiggly machine.
Running 18.3s. The front runners are in the 17.8 so far. Big difference on lap time between him and the bottom half of the field, as well as the top half, of course. Speaking of those back there, John Hastings, the last in the lead lap, trying to find his way around traffic, running 18-second lap times, not able to find a run around Rory Collins.
I see a lot of these guys sitting here just kind of out there getting experience, getting some seat time, having fun. Their lowest starter, John Hastings, at 32 tire machine. Saw him miss the wreck previously. Now he's getting ready to make a move for 14th on Rory Collins.
Yeah, no place to go. The bottom being defended aggressively back here, and again, the more laps we turn, the more likely lap traffic. Leaders, meanwhile, are already half a track ahead. Ryan Pittman's led them all so far, although his car has several times wanted to spin on him.
That definitely a lot of drivers struggling with rear grip right now all throughout the field, and that's just a key characteristic of this track. Grip is not your friend, and nor will it ever be here at North Wilkesboro. So Pittman trying to hang on, got a miracle of Rex Hoyle, as Rex Hoyle, all he sees right now is always focused on getting around Ryan Pittman for the lead.
Seems like it's really hitting either in the uphill section by the exit of turn 2, or they start to enter turn 3. That's where it seems seeing a lot more sliding on in rather than the downhill section, so to speak, for turn 4 and turn 1.
We mentioned the banking's pretty symmetrical around here, but some corners definitely a little more worrisome than others, especially turn 2 and those that have a bump, you run low on the track. That's why some guys aren't wrapping the bottom on corner exit. They're about half to a full lane off, and just because of how bumpy it is down there. And then turn 4, you also have to worry about the pit wall and the pit attenuator there. I know most drivers aren't that low on the track, but you have to kind of adjust the line to not get down there where it becomes flat all of a sudden.
Air poke for Hoyle, trying to pressurize a mistake here. Still more than half the race to go. These two are the only drivers still in the 17-second bracket, Pittman and Hoyle. As we look at the back, we've had some squabbling pop up. Neff and Collins have swapped back and forth now. Hastings has lost them as he's lost rear grip.
Talking about going back and forth, Donnie Moore now up to third, goes around Brian Bianchi for third. So he's now got Lloyd Moore right behind Bianchi. Lloyd Moore and Bianchi are 2 championship contenders. Not Donnie Moore, it's Lloyd Moore. My apologies from earlier. So Lloyd Moore trying to chase down Bianchi. I mean, they were side by side all throughout the field here. And see the 87 of Todd Liston and then Kenneth D. Allen and the 81 right there behind these guys.
Liston trying to take advantage of that top line. A slide for Allen. And straight to Lojol. Caution flag is out. That's her second yellow, and both cars on top of each other in the wall.
Now Lojol was your biggest mover, gets moved in the wall here, and heartbreak there for him. Great run, great night over both these guys as probably get the wreck out, especially for Kenneth D. Allen. There's actually, I think, another hit later in the wreck. No, they avoided, but see how it starts here. Yeah, so you got Kenneth D. Allen just gets around, no help needed, as a self spin, and then Lojol nowhere to go, nothing can really do. And at that point, you were already committed to the bottom line, Lojol was. You can't just lock up the brakes, you can't turn hard right. I mean, really nothing he could have done there. So Kenneth D. Allen does actually keep it rolling, albeit that front definitely all messed up.
Here's an air look. Again, Allen was on the bottom list and had the run topside.
I think he went a little too low on corner entry there and missing the flat part there of the track by pit lane and just lost that grip. As Ryan Pittman are later down pit lane, and here comes the field. See if anyone might stay out here.
And most of the field elect to pit except for 2. Brian Johnson, in fact, just 1, because Brian Neff just came down. So a roll of the dice from the 27 here. Neff elected to back out on this strategy call and go around the second time. It is a tight pit road, mind you. So tight, he's still in reverse.
I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, put it in reverse, Terry. And Brian Johnson is running in the marbles right now. I don't know if that's in a attempt to cool his tires down. I mean, they were running in the low 18s on that first run after 20 to 30 or so laps. And then they were able to cool their tires down. So we've seen it time and time again. Tire wear is a huge deal versus tire temperature. So we give them opportunity to cool their tires down. They're going to be able to be competitive. I don't see Brian Johnson hanging on, though, for 50-plus laps here.
So we are under caution here with a different leader. What the roll of the dice on strategy will work out for Johnson is a question. He is trying to roll through all of the marbles to set things up for the restart. Pittman, Hoyle, Bianchi, Moore, the top 6, Donnie and Lloyd specifically. Want to go signal on the racetrack as well. 13 are still in the lead lap. It's been an interesting one so far. A lot of battles mid-pack so far, but we might see something up front here now.
It's going to be a fun battle here, a fun opportunity for Pittman and Hoyle. If they're hugely faster than Brian Johnson, they're going to have to get around him one way or another, and that might create an opportunity for Rex Hoyle to get around Pittman.
Track temperature, by the way, has been going up. It's up from 78 air temp. Now it's 110 track temp as cars have zipped around. A late lunge from Johnson. Sim crashing. We're under caution. And it involves your championship points leader, the 41, Brian Bianchi.
Oh, trouble back there. Bianchi doesn't look too bad. Able to keep it going, but this isn't going to help him at all. It was a huge stack up there on the initial restart from third on back, and honestly, I'm surprised we didn't destroy more cars there.
Well, that destroyed Donnie Moore's car. Todd Liston now out of the race, too.
Yeah, so Pittman just doesn't go behind Rex Hoyle, or I just don't know if they were not anticipating it. Someone just doesn't go in the second or third place car. So Dustin Martinson is restarting second because he's a lap car. We don't let lap cars around. So Pittman stumbles a little bit. Rex Hoyle bobbles, and Brian Bianchi checked up against drove through from behind by Donnie Moore, and that's caused an incident there. And Lloyd Moore with a little bit damaged as well, but able to keep it going.
Take a break. More coverage. You're watching McConaughey Entertainment.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, McConaughey.
With the launch of McConaughey Entertainment and McConaughey Competizone alongside McConaughey Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at McConaugheySetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at McConaughey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome back to McConaughey Entertainment for more coverage of yesteryear. We are getting ready for the restart. Brian Johnson still up front. We had a checkup situation. That senior points leader, Bianchi, moved back to 11th. Todd Liston, he's still in the race on the lead lap in 12th for this restart. Everyone else involved in the incident out. Johnson back underway, and another bit of a checkup. Lap traffic is up there partly. That is Dustin Martinson who's out of the way.
They had restarted second because lap cars do restart in the running order. They don't go back to the tail end there. So running the high side, letting these lead lap cars by, and Brian Johnson going to get a couple laps led here under green flag racing conditions, and Ryan Pittman trying to run him down.
Well, he's already got himself within 2 or 3 car lengths here. Just past halfway in the race with a couple caution flags to add into the total so far tonight. And already the pace is pretty significant difference. A car length of lap so far for Pittman this run.
And Brian Johnson able to hang on, running up the track. A low bobble for him. Pittman looking low for the lead. Side by side down the back straightaway. Into turn 3. Brian Johnson up the track into the marble. He's going to let Pittman and Rex Hoyle on by here.
Back to the point is Pittman. And Pittman now looks to try and set sail with Rex Hoyle providing pressure behind him. Oh, that's well. Next on that strategy of new tires, Lloyd Moore. He's in 4th spot. Hoyle seems a little bit quicker this run, though. No place to take the run yet.
Not really able to peek inside down the front straightaway. You saw previously what happens when you stick your nose low. Just doesn't work going into turn 1. So Rex Hoyle trying to build momentum, trying to make something happen.
Lloyd Moore now up to 3rd, and Brian Johnson's strategy not working out as well as he was hoping.
Definitely not quite able to get the nose where he wants it to. Lloyd Moore trying to get there in 3rd, though. So good points there for him, regardless if he can stay there and Brian Brackey stays back in 10th, marred in traffic.
Hoyle hating out nearly on the bumper, though. He's still trying to provide the pressure. Still no chance of the run quite yet, although he is looking quick on corner exit. Just hasn't been able to get alongside yet.
Now, I don't think he wants to pull out the crumb horns quite yet. 40 laps to go next time by, over halfway now. Pittman with a bit of a bobble off the corner. Allows Hoyle to get within a quarter of a car length. He's basically been there this entire run.
There are a couple runs, in fact, at this point. These two, the fastest cars on the racetrack. They're both still in the 17.7s. Everyone else up to a 10th or 2 off. There's a look at Bruce Pearson. Right now hating out in 7th. John Hastings is the next car for position along with Brian Neff, a full quarterback.
Now looking in front of him, though, he's got Jeffrey Lyden, the Piggly Wiggly machine. He was struggling early on in this race. Actually goes in the wall a little bit, but currently up to 5th, one of the bigger movers of the race. So Jeffrey Lyden turns his race around after the pit strategy. And I think he's on the team strategy. Maybe needed a little mental reset. Brian Johnson also hanging on there in 4th in front of him.
Take a bit of a different approach to the corners too, preferring the high line at both ends to start at least. Johnson still holding on to the top 5. This roll of the dice not working out for the race win, but it may work out for some track position if he can hold on for 37 more laps. The downside, he's running 2/10 slower than Lyden, who's now attacking him.
That Jeffrey Lyden, the Piggly Wiggly machine, trying to steal 4th, able to get down low. This didn't work last time for the last guy who tried it. Lyden trying to play it differently, able to get through 1 and 2. A-OK, able to get the run on Johnson. Johnson still running up there in the marbles and making it stick. Now Pearson looking low as Lyden's going to clear him off at turn 4.
So Lyden moving forward. Same for Pearson. Bianchi's definitely moving forward, by the way. For those curious, he's back to 9th on the pylon 2. Rory Collins also in that pack. So here's a look at the 41. Bianchi trying to gain the points back here. Already trying to get to work on the 60.
As they run right now, Lloyd Moore would only be about 15 to 20 points behind Brian Bianchi leaving tonight. So Bianchi needs to close this gap as much as he can, and he's stuck back here in traffic. And some of these cars aren't even lead lap cars, is the problem. Now most of everyone in front of him is, but they're going to get in lap traffic here in a little bit. Torrance Child, John Hastings, currently last drivers on the lead lap in 11th and 12th.
Bianchi, see how he's having to play the throttle right now because he's got Johnson to his outside still.
Oh, spin right in front of him. He goes around listening behind. More trouble, gets hit again. Double tap. More wrecking involved. That's Dustin Martin coming in late and getting a side piece of all the action. Brian Neff, Liston, and Brian Bianchi all trouble. Lap 69. And we're going to see exactly how this one started. I don't think there was any contact. Brian Neff goes around in front of Bianchi. Neff in the 60, Bianchi in the 41. And then Todd Liston at 87 behind him just doesn't see the wreck happening and into Bianchi. And they're okay then. Liston double taps him. make sure to get some damage out of it, and then John Hastings and Torrent Childs, Dustin Martinson, and then Alan Wanamaker all arrive on the scene a little too late.
Instant black flag for the 41, meatball for the 60, as you can tell with the left front. And now this likely going to have at least a bit of championship implications for Bianchi with about 3 races to go after tonight. The 60 having to take some time to get the car repaired. So doesn't appear the 41's black flag getting cleared here. I believe it might have been with somebody trying to enter pit road, not sure.
It was an incident point penalty, I believe. 13 incident
That's
points, you
even
have to do
bigger.
a drive-through, so that you have to do a green flag drive-through, which if he goes down a lap, which ultimately he should, I'm not saying that he deserves it, but I'm saying because of the penalty, he should go a lap down. That's how the penalty works. And he will basically not have really any chance to go out here and win this one unless he's able to get his back or lead that back under 25 laps to go, which should be almost difficult or very, very difficult or impossible for Bianchi. So I don't think he's really done anything wrong tonight. That's where it hurts. He's just been involved in everybody else's mess, and because of that, he hit 13 incident points and he's got to do a drive-through.
That's going to put him at the very least in position for 11th at best in a race like this. Under 30 laps to go, though. Pittman, he's in great position here over Rex Hoyle. Pittman, a 2-time winner already this season, looking to try and make it 3. The last time he won was back in June at Thompson.
They're definitely trying to sit here, and he's got his 3rd or 3 poles this season, 3rd one coming tonight here at North Wilkesboro. He's had the speed in qualifying, just hasn't had the run or the speed to finish out a race. So trying to get something put together and see what he's able to do.
Myrtle Beach actually in August, it was the last pole for Thompson on the racetrack, but either way, Ryan Pittman has been on the charge. 3 poles, looking for 3 wins to match. So, lights are out. Ryan Pittman, Rex Hoyle, Lloyd Moore, Jeffrey Leiden, Bruce Pearson is in the top 5 now for this upcoming restart, with 11 on the lead lap, going to shrink to 10 when the 41's penalty. Green flag is out, back underway. Rex Hoyle trying to get through the gears behind Ryan Pittman.
Bobble in the back, Kenneth Allen gets turned almost by, I believe it was Hastings. I'm not exactly sure who made contact. That was Hastings, able to keep it going straight though. So Brian Bianchi expected to come down pit lane this time or next time by. It's gonna be this time Brian Bianchi down pit lane, serving his penalty.
Pearson taking away 4th spot with the pass in the 22. Pit road speed limit, remember, 35 miles an hour tonight. So that's gonna potentially lose him 3/4. In fact, we'll lose him almost a full lap, as the leaders are already down the front straightaway with him just getting across the green cone.
The good news is he doesn't lose the lead lap advantage, so caution, he'll be able to bunch up the field, but Ryan Pittman right there in line, right behind him by about 1/4 of a straightaway, give or take. So definitely not where he wants to be, falls back to 10th in the running order. Todd Liston also an issue for him. He's gonna go a lap down. I believe he also had a penalty. Or he just wanted to do green flag pit stop, I'm not sure.
Not sure. Either way, 9 on the lead lap. Liston a lap down and letting multiple drivers go. Up front, Hoyle trying to set things up within 2 car lengths, looking to close the gap again.
And Hoyle definitely not quite up and out of it as he was the last restart, the last go around. About an extra car length behind Ryan Pittman right now. Lloyd Moore there in 3rd though, trying to maximize this points day that's been, or the points potential that's been basically given him on silver platter here.
Yeah, looking for the setup. Going a bit deep in the corners. Clouds starting to settle over the racetrack, which means the track temperature now starting to really plummet. Expect some of the speeds to maybe pick up here. -5 now since the last time we checked.
And looking back at last week's Pocono, that was the race of endurance, about a 3-hour-long race. We saw Thomas Logo have issues, and there mentioned no faster pairs in this league. So if you get wrecked out, especially if you get wrecked out early in a bigger race, they're going to fall down that standing in the running order, and especially in the points order. And that's what happened to Thomas Logo. Brian Bianchi, he just needed to finish, maximize his points gained, and he did more than that. He won the race. Lloyd Moore currently not in position to win it, but in position to make the most of it after a couple mishaps for Brian Bianchi.
Laps turning by quickly. Of note, John Hastings has pulled into the pit lane as well during this run. Bianchi, who's held on to the lead lap barely, looking at 9th place if things hold. All that's while his teammate in Hoyle still looking inside, just can't get alongside.
And he's running out of time, coming to 16 laps to go. Hoyle off the track, time on that diamond line, trying to build momentum, trying to make something happen here in the late stage of this run, and he's not able to do so.
He has 15 laps to do something, anything, hope for a mistake. That's not going to be easier said than done, though, with the way Pittman's driven this track. And with how driven he's been to get back to victory lane here tonight. Opportunities abound for the 08 as he keeps things up despite the pressure.
Yeah, we talked about Thomas Logo not being here tonight. Brian Bianchi with trouble, and Lloyd Moore there in 3rd. Ryan Pittman came in this race 4th in points, and he's not a championship favorite. He's had the speed, but had some mishaps here and there, and 100 points out of the running order as far as the championship standings. But a win here over Olgo not being over Bianchi down at 8th and 9th, and Lloyd Moore in 3rd. It's going to be a huge points opportunity for Ryan Pittman as well.
A huge one, if that. How tonight could play out. But now the battles are still on for 3rd. Pearson providing pressure on Lloyd Moore's doorstep.
Let's Lloyd Moore trying to maximize his points. 3rd to 4th, definitely not super handy to end in that point battle. They don't want to go in the championship race and lose it by 2 or 3 points and look back on this one spot you gave up and like, man, that could have been it. So Pearson within not even a quarter of a car length, about an 1/8 of a car length, as Lloyd Moore actually bobbles in the wall a little bit there on exit.
10 laps to go in the race this time around. And here's the interesting thing. You have Bianchi in front as lap traffic. He's within 2 car lengths of losing a lap. Ryan Pittman is reeling him on down. How does this play out? Teammates are the lap down car and in 2nd.
Yeah, remember.
Oh, never mind. Rex Hoyle just got loose.
Now, no lucky dogs, no waiver rounds, no luck for Rex Hoyle. It spins out, able to keep it going though, but that's going to take the pressure off of Ryan Pittman big time. The gap at the line goes from 2/10 to 1.2 seconds, so over a second gain this lap for Pittman. Now I have to get Ryan Bianchi.
Oh, and Bianchi's slamming the door in front of the race leader. That's going to raise a few eyebrows, but remember, you lose a lap, you likely are going to stay a lap down in this style of racing, especially this late. 7 laps to go. Pittman just looking to make sure the time stays there. 1.1 seconds. Bianchi trying to park it.
That Rex Hoyle last time by, he's going to pick up another 10th. He's running out of time, but he's got the speed to get there. Pittman side by side with Bianchi. He's going to kill his corner exit off of 2 and his entry here into 3 and 4. So Pittman is losing time and Rex Hoyle is gaining it.
Bianchi not giving up, but there's the move. Pittman able to get by the lap traffic with 5 laps to go here from North Wilkesboro.
Another 10th at the line for Rex Hoyle, this time coming off of turn 4. No hold up for him. Ryan Pittman has a clear track ahead at the line. Still a little bit slower than Hoyle. He doesn't have the time to get there unless Rex Hoyle finds something. He finds something fast.
He needs a miracle. We're past the point of no return as well. Next flag ends the race. Hoyle's gaining has stopped. In fact, he's only gaining a couple hundredths now. That's not going to be enough to close up for the lead. Less than 3 laps to go here for North Carolina.
The Pittman trying to hang on, doing a good job at doing so. Rex Hoyle within the 8/10 now. Like I said, he has the speed. I don't think time is of his friends list right now. Doesn't definitely have that in his favor. So less than a couple laps to go here for Ryan Pittman. White flag in the air next time by.
Coming out of turn 4, white flag displayed. Final time around for Ryan Pittman. Tonight, it's been outright domination from the 08. More than 80 laps led throughout the evening. He's made it look easy here tonight. One more set of corners here at the Blue Ridge 100. Checker flag waves. It is Pittman who nearly wrecks it, but still gets it.
Battle for third, side by side. Lloyd Moore over Bruce Pearson as Rex Hoyle able to hang on for second as well. There, Jennifer Lawton rounds out your fifth or your top 5 with a 5th place finish after struggling early on. So a lot of nice recovery rebound for your top 5 there.
As Ryan Pittman goes on to, I'm not sure if he's trying to celebrate or if he knows the race is done. Oh, there it is. He's trying to drift it.
I applaud the effort, and this track definitely makes it very difficult to have grip. So drifting, you think, would be fairly easy. It's not for Ryan Pittman. Maybe he has traction control. Maybe it's like 1990, they're using traction control. Well, bound, look into that.
Well, Ryan Pittman doing a unique celebration, still going. Eventually, he'll slow down here.
I mean, but just keeps doing laps, he'll burn off his rears eventually, right?
Yeah. So, as he does whatever this is on celebration time, we'll take a break. Post-race coverage coming up. You're watching Yesteryear on Maconie.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to tonight's coverage here on Maconie Entertainment of Yesteryear. After a dominant performance in Blue Ridge 100, it's Ryan Pittman who takes the victory here in this one. Rex Hoyle in second, Lloyd Moore, Bruce Pearson, Jeffrey Lydon in the top 5, Collins, Childs, Johnson, your lead lappers, Bob Bianchi ninth. A fun fact for you, all 3 of Bianchi's non-lead lap finishes and Pittman wins. Todd Liston rounds out your top 10, Braden.
Then rounding out your drivers that weren't able to finish, Kenneth D. Allen, 21 laps down there in 11th. Brian Neff there in 12th. 24 laps down, John Hastings in 13th. Dustin Martin there in 14th. Alan Wanamaker showing a lot of promise last couple weeks. Rough night for him after a couple incidents back in the pack in 15th. Donnie Moore there in 16th. Louis Joel, hard hitting the wall for him in 17th. Thomas Hilbert and Stephen Hilbert saw that incident early in the race, and both of them finishing at 20 plus laps down. They're going to finish actually 80 plus laps down, 18th and 19th.
That's what Tom Tabana with the running order for tonight's race. As in the end, it's Ryan Pittman who gets to celebrate things. He is still in the middle of trying to break into victory lane, I believe, in the virtual world. We'll go reverse order tonight as he tries to still sort out his celebration. So the reverse order starts off with Lloyd Moore coming away third tonight. Lloyd, how would you describe this race tonight for you in that 26 machine?
All about survival. This track was really slick. I didn't really have the car that I wanted tonight, so I was just trying to ride. I definitely didn't have anything for the top two. They were definitely the class of the field. So just out there riding, trying to stay out of trouble, save stuff as long as I could, and bring home a good finish.
What were the differences, if there were, between this race tonight, with laps being shorter, of course, and the race earlier on in the season here at North Wilkesboro? That was 150 laps.
Well, shorter distance, I think we were all pushing a little bit harder, and knew we could make it on fuel. So it was one of those things that kind of hoping for that yellow in the middle of the race to come in and take tires. But I just felt the track was a lot slicker. There wasn't a lot of grip, making it a lot harder to pass. So it was just, like I said, trying to survive tonight. I thought the track was a lot more racier earlier in the year.
That being said, the next time out, we end up going to East Stafford for the fall final. Your thoughts on Stafford?
Well, it's another one of those. I've managed to climb my way up here in the point standings and, striking distance of Brian and get Ryan on my tail now. And so, it's going to be, trying to go out there and survive. It's pretty been my mode, all season long, is just go out here, survive the first 3 quarters of the race. And, if you're in there at the end of it, then, go after it and, get the best finish you can get.
Any shout you like to give here tonight?
Obviously, Top Flight Sim Racing, my teammates. I've got Jeff Lydon is my teammate here for this, and their support doing these adventures, and of course my sponsor Duramag Truck Bodies and Magnum Headache Racks.
Congratulations once again on the run tonight.
Thanks, Justin.
Lloyd Moore comes away in the 3rd spot tonight. 2nd spot goes to Rex Hoyle. He finishes 1st and 2nd in the race at North Wilkesboro. He is with Braden.
That Rex, you found victory lane last time out, not able to do so here, but you were awfully close, right behind Ryan Pittman's back bumper, basically the entire race until Bobble with about 10 to go. Tell us about your race.
Man, we had a great race. I was trying to discipline myself and save that right rear, but staying with Ryan, I loved racing with him. That was a good, close race, a lot of fun. But right there towards the end, the right rear started giving way on me, and that's when I slid a little bit and tried to close back in. But it was close, but no cigar. But I had a great time tonight, and just a good show. It was a lot of fun.
That we mentioned, you found victory lane last time out here at North Wilkesboro previously in the season. That race 150 lapper. This race only 100 laps. What were some of the big differences between the 50 laps?
Well, the track seemed to be a lot slicker tonight, so the races were pretty similar, really. Of course, a lot more laps than the 150, but the car reacted pretty much the same because it was slick, and the cars got hard to manage, and so I would say that it was pretty much the same, really. It was kind of greasy out there.
All right, anybody want to thank him out to this 2nd place run here tonight?
Well, we're going to thank Culpepper's Bakery and Cafe, Colony Tire, Tuxedos by Ted, and Geppetto's Pizza. And got to thank my teammate, Brian Bianchi. We worked hard on the setup during practice and struggled a little bit, finally got them dialed in. And, I got to thank all these guys because without them, we wouldn't be out here doing this.
Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and thank you for taking the time to put on a good, clean race for us.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you broadcasting. You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
Rex Hoyle coming away 2nd, but tonight, Ryan Pittman picks up win number 3. And Ryan, how are you feeling about picking up your 3rd win on the season? That ties you for the most with Bianchi and with Ogle.
Yeah, that was a fun race. I mean, I got to admit, Wilkesboro is like my favorite track on the sim, so I knew that I had to try to at least do good. The last time we were here, I got tangled up on the front straightaway and wrecked it, and I was pretty disappointed. So I was looking forward to tonight. But yeah, man, it's been fun. Good race.
Curious about the celebration, though. You went around the track 4 times. It looked like almost trying to drift around the track. What was going through your mind in that celebration where you just kept zipping around?
I was just having fun. This car is kind of fun to try to slide around a little bit. The slip angle is a little bit more than some cars, but yeah, it's just fun at this track specifically.
But now, with tonight, championship pressure is on, you would think, here, because, of course, we had Thomas Ogle miss tonight, so take him out of the equation. You're amongst those who was 91 coming in behind. You gained some ground tonight. Your thoughts on that with 3 races to go as you're in the championship hunt?
I mean, I really don't look at the points a whole lot. I mean, I know what they are for the most part, but I'm just here to have fun. And when I look at the points and kind of get stressed out about it, it kind of takes away from some of the fun for me. So I usually tend to just race my race and kind of look at the races as independent events and, you know, just have fun amongst friends.
Any shout to like to give here tonight?
Oh, you know, every time I, get the fortune of being up here in the broadcast booth, I got to give a shout out to like all the short tracks, across the country and what all. I love these small tracks, man. I try to go to Wilkesboro whenever I can. Of course, my local track, Wake County Speedway, out on the outside of Raleigh, North Carolina, is my home track. So, got to give a shout out to them. But yeah, just support your local short tracks. I know we were at Myrtle Beach the last time I was able to make it to Victory Lane, and that track, of course, no longer there. And then Wilkesboro, we thought we were going to lose that, and boy, that first night back with the modifieds, actually, that was such a cool event on that Tuesday, and some of the most fun. That late model event, that first late model event, was spectacular. One of the best races and like atmosphere I've ever felt at a racetrack, for sure.
Well, once again, congratulations on the victory tonight here, Ryan.
Hey, man, appreciate it.
Ryan Pittman gets the job done here tonight. I'd like to thank the entire top 3 for taking the time to speak with us during post-race coverage here on Maconie Entertainment. Next time out, we head to Stafford for the fall final. That'll be October the 1st before the October mid-break. On that note, Braden, your thoughts on tonight as we get ready for Stafford next.
Yeah, North Wilkesboro put on a great show like it always does. Not a whole lot of passing up front, but a lot of good hard racing. That's what you want to see. Ryan Pittman might emerge himself as a championship favorite late in the season after basically coming out of nowhere. Same with Lloyd Moore. So a lot of championship battle. It's going to be fun to watch as we round out the season over these next couple of races.
Once again, you can see that on Maconie Entertainment. Pre-roll starts at 8:25 for that one. On the action, once again, here from North Wilkesboro, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you to the YesterYear Racing Administration team led by Alan Wanamaker for the work of bringing this racing league to life. Tonight, Call the Action was myself, Justin Prince, alongside Brayton Lester. DJ Lyons is producing. Thanks to our viewers for watching tonight's action, and we hope you stay tuned to our social media pages for our next race. Thanks to the entire staff for their work in bringing this racing to you. This has been a production of Maconie Entertainment. We'll see you from Stafford next time out.